You.
Do you want to go first or should
You.
Okay,
You go.
cool.
You go.
We've been together 18 months and we met using Tinder.
We met on Tinder, and we've been together for almost a year now.
It was Tinder for us, and we met on Tinder, and now we've been together since the beginning of time.
I also met on Tinder.
At first, I was a little bit nervous about meeting up with a stranger on Tinder, but now we're gonna die in the same boat explosion.
His Tinder profile picture was the two of us having sex, and so I thought, this is a good sign.
All of his pictures were of him and his dad holding hands, and I was just like, this is the stranger who needs to be naked for me in my house.
What can I say? I love my old Christian dad.
He messaged me first, and he said, with all due respect, I'm dizzy all of the time, and the world is a nauseous cruise for me.
And so she messaged me back, and she said, you remind me of the Prince of Trouble.
Our first date was in a car that was flying over a cliff.
He was wearing a funeral bathing suit, and I don't care what I was wearing.
Our first date was at my house. We ate cursed eggs. And then I said, well, it's time for us to do sexual things like have sex and fuck each other.
And then I said, it's time for us to team up against your crotch and make it sad.
And then we understood that it was time to become bitter enemies of my crotch.
That night, he messaged me the words, expensive sandals, in all caps. And I thought to myself, wow, those sandals sound very expensive. And that's when I knew I wanted to see him again.
She turned to me and said, I'm thinking about sandals that cost pretty much $9 million.
I was thinking about sandals so big and expensive that not even a king could lift them.
We've been together ever since.
He drove me home, and as I was getting out of the car, he handed me a piece of paper that said, what about sandals that neither of us can afford?
And then he turns to me and he says, are you talking about sandals that cost about $50,000 plus shipping and handling?
And he said, sort of, but not exactly.
I mean, I guess some people think that it's weird that we met on Tinder, but I don't really think it's that unusual.
I mean, my parents met yelling at the same hot dog and they've been married all day. You just never know where you're gonna find love.